Hello students, topic of this video lecture is balancing of rotating and reciprocating masses. The high speed of engines and other machines is a common nowadays. It is therefore very essential that all the rotating and reciprocating parts should be completely balanced as far as possible. If these parts are not properly balanced, the dynamic forces are set up. These forces not only increase the load on the bearing and stresses in the various members, but also produce unpleasant and even dangerous vibration. In this video, we will discuss the balancing of unbalanced forces caused by rotating masses and reciprocating masses in order to minimize pressure on the main bearing when an engine is running. Now, next topic, the force on shaft and bearing due to single revolving mass. Force on shaft and bearing due to single revolving mass Now consider a shaft having a mass this is shaft and this is bearing at A and bearing at B. These are the bearings. Now this is the mass at radius R. This is R, and this shaft rotates with angular velocity omega, and distance of this mass, it is distance A from bearing A, and this is B from bearing B, and the side view this is mass M, this is R, this is the center, this is front view, and this is side view. The shaft rotates at angular velocity omega, this is omega. Due to the rotation of mass M, the force acting on mass M, which is centrifugal force Fc, that is equal to m omega square r. This is the force Fc. Fc is the centrifugal force. Now direction of centrifugal force continuously changing, but magnitude remain constant. Now this is Fc, which is equal to m omega square r. Now due to the force Fc, there is a reaction at A, bearing at A and bearing at B. The reaction at A is Rb, Ra, and at B this is Rb. The value of Ra and Rb, value of reaction at A and B can be calculated by the equilibrium equation. By resultant force means F R, this is equal to 0, and second the moment, this would be equal to 0. Now Fa, this is equal to Fc minus Ra minus Rb equal to 0, where Fc equal to m omega square r equal to Ra plus Rb, equation 1, and moment about A or moment about B, moment about A or moment about B, then Fc into A, anticlockwise moment minus, and plus Rb into A plus B, or Rb into A plus B equal to Fc, Fc equal to m omega square r into A, then reaction at B equal to m omega square r into A upon A plus B, and from equation 1 and 2 from equation 1 and 2 we have Ra equal to m omega square r minus Rb, m omega square r minus m omega square r into A upon A plus B, then reaction at A equal to m omega square r means this is Fc into B upon A plus B, and where Rb equal to m omega square r, which is centrifugal force, into A upon A plus B. These are the reactions at bearing A and B. Okay, which is due to this reaction. This is due to a unbalanced mass m, which is rotating with shaft at angular velocity omega. Okay, now our main object, it is to be balanced. Our main object, this should be equal to 0. Means reactions at due to mass m or due to unbalanced mass, the reaction should be equal to 0. Next topic, balancing of single revolving mass. Now static and dynamic balancing. Static and dynamic balancing. If the center of gravity of all rotating masses is made to coincide with the axis of rotation, a state is achieved when the bearing will carry no additional reaction. However, the masses may still cause some net bending moment on the shaft. Such bending moment will keep changing its plane and cause shaft to vibrate. Connecting the masses in such a way that the bending moment is made to vanish will result in situation when shaft will not vibrate. The balancing when only centers of gravity of attached mass system lies on axis of rotation is known as a static balancing. Means in static balancing, summation F equal to 0, the balancing with centers of attached mass system made to coincide with axis of rotation and net balancing moment acting on shaft is called dynamic balancing. In dynamic balancing, forces and moments both are to be balanced. Means in dynamic balancing, summation F equal to 0 and summation M means moment should be 0. Okay. Now next topic, the balancing of single rotating mass by single mass rotating in same plane. So balancing of single rotating mass by a single mass rotating in same plane. Remember, rotating in same plane. Okay. First is what we have to balance, a single rotating mass. Means this is shaft, this is bearing, and this is unbalanced. This is unbalanced mass. M1 at radius R1. This is A. This is B. Now this mass, it is to be balanced by a single mass on same plane. Suppose this is the center, rotating speed omega, Suppose the location of this is M1 and this is R1. The path of mass M1 now we have to apply a counterbalance or balancing mass at same plane. This is the plane. We have attached a second mass counterbalance at radius R. At radius R, this is the center. This is MC at R. At same plane, the centrifugal force, which is M1 omega square R1, and here MC omega square R. This is the centrifugal force on counterbalance or balancing mass. Now this is same plane. The perfect balancing, this is due to, what is the condition for perfect balancing? The resultant force and resultant moment should be equal to 0, because due to same plane there is no moment. So here only static balancing. Then M1 omega square R1 minus MC omega square R, it should be equal to 0. Omega square cancel out. Then M1 into R1 equal to MC into R. Means M1 into R1 equal to MC into R. This is balancing of single rotating mass by a single rotating mass in same plane. Then only required summation F equal to 0. Okay. The next topic, balancing of single rotating mass. Balancing of single rotating mass by not single mass, two mass rotating in different plane. Means balancing of a single rotating mass by two masses rotating in different planes. Okay. Balancing of a single rotating mass by two masses rotating in different plane. This is shaft. Bearing. This is the mass M. Unbalanced mass M at radius R. Now, balancing of this unbalanced mass by two masses. One is attached at this point, M1. This is radius R1. Second, M2, and this is R2. The distance, suppose this is L1, L2, and this is L3. Now, for balancing, the reaction should be equal to 0 at the bearing, means RA equal to 0 and RB equal to 0. This is center. The angular position of masses this is M, R, and the other masses M1, R1, M2, and this is R2. Now, angular position, suppose with reference to this, suppose this is theta1, suppose theta theta1, and this is theta 2. Now, forces acting on these masses M omega square R, this is equal to FC FC1 equal to M1 R1 omega square and FC3 M2 omega square R2. These are the forces acting on the masses. For completely balancing, first we solve by analytical method. That means the resultant force should be equal to 0. The forces have two components in x direction, means resultant forces in x direction should be equal to 0 and summation Fy should be equal to 0. Okay. Now, summation Fx component of these forces Fc, Fc1, Fc2 in x direction, then Fc cos theta plus Fc1 cos theta 1 plus Fc2 cos theta 2 equal to 0, where Fc m omega square r cos theta plus m1 omega square r1 cos theta 1 plus m2 omega square r2 cos theta 2 equal to 0. Omega square will be cancelled out, then remaining term m omega square m r cos theta plus m1 r1 cos theta 1 plus m2 r2 cos theta 2 equal to 0. Equation 1, we get this equation by resolving the forces in x direction. Similarly, resolving the forces in y direction, this should be equal to 0. Then vertical component m omega square r sin theta plus m1 omega square r1 cos theta 1 sin theta plus m2 omega square r2 theta 1 and sin theta 2 equal to 0 are m r sin theta plus m1 into r1 sin theta 1 plus m2 into r2 sin theta 2. This is equation 2. It is from, we get from resultant force in y direction equal to 0. Remember, the angle should be measured with this line. Remember, angle should be measured with x-axis, then this is theta, this is theta 1 and this is theta 2. Automatically means sin theta, cos theta, theta 1, theta 2, it will be positive and negative, depends on the direction. So we have two equations, equation 1 and equation 2, and unknown quantities are m1, m2, r1, r2, theta 1 and theta 2, and the location of masses in horizontal direction. What is the location of m1 means L1 and L3. This is first condition, summation f equal to 0. For completely balancing means dynamic balancing also, summation f equal to 0 and summation m equal to 0. Okay. From summation f equal to 0, we have two equations. Similarly, by moment taking moment about suppose about this point are any plane about AA are about one R if we take the moment about 1 about 1 about 1 first we calculate this distance, means suppose this is x1, suppose this is x2. Now moment about 1 and the component of moment in x direction are in x direction equal to 0 and summation m 11 y equal to 0. Now from 11 m omega square r means fc into distance x1, the moment about 11 m omega square r into x1, this is the moment and the component of this moment in x direction into cos theta 1 plus m2 omega square r1 r2 into x2 cos theta 2 equal to 0, omega square cancel out, then m into x1 m r x1 cos theta 1 plus m2 into r2 into x2 cos theta 2 equal to 0, equation number 3. And vertical component similarly summation m11 in y direction equal to 0, then m omega square r x1 sin theta plus m2 omega square r2 into x2 sin theta 2 equal to 0, then m into r into x1 sin theta plus m2 into r2 into x2 sin theta 2 equal to 0. Similarly, taking moment about plane 2 to same result, means equation 5 and we get equation 6 if needed. Now there are 4 equations. So we can calculate from 4 equations. We can determine M1, M2, R1, R2, L1 are X1 and X2, theta 1 and theta 2 from above. Equations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. It depends on unknown quantities. If there are 4 unknown quantities, then we require only 4 equations. 6 quantity, 6 equations. The total equation may be, it depends on you can determine means moment about 1 1, about this, about this, about this. 2 equations from 1 1, 2 equation from this, 2 equation from 2 plus 2 plus 2. There are 6 equations and static 1 and 2. So 6 plus 2 means 8. Means 8 unknowns can be calculated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Means 8 unknowns can be calculated by 8 equations. Means equation 2 equation from means fx plus fx equal to 0 and fy equal to 0. Summation m equal to 0, we get 2 equation. Okay. Now at different location, for different location of plane about moment, then 2 plus 2 plus 2, so on. It depends on unknown quantity. Okay. Now this calculation, it can be solved by graphical method. Graphical method. Draw force polygon and moment polygon. In force polygon, the total forces means force. Now from force FC, FC1, FC3, the direction it is given. Draw a line first. Choose the scale. This is FC. This is theta. Then draw FC1, FC1. This angle is theta 1. For perfect balancing, this is FC2. The angle is this is the force polygon, and moment polygon means M. The moment of the force means Fc into moment about any plane, Fc into distance, Fc into distance, Fc1 into distance, Fc2 into distance, and then draw the force polygon. There are Fc into distance, Fc1, L1, Fc3, Fc2, L2, and it depends on considering the plane. Okay, so you can calculate by graphical method using suitable scale. Okay, now next topic, balancing of reciprocating mass. Balancing of this is crank, this is slider, and this is connecting rod. Connecting rod of length L. This is crank, and crank rotates at angular velocity, constant angular velocity omega. Mass of slider, it is M. Suppose the crank angle theta vary, means theta equal to omega t, or omega equal to rate of change of angle. The crank radius, this is r. Now the acceleration, in previous chapter or previous lecture we discussed the acceleration of slider. Then the acceleration of slider, acceleration of acceleration of slider A, acceleration of slider AP equal to omega square r, mass of slider m, omega square into radius of crank multiply by cos theta plus cos 2 theta by n. This is approximate. R, inertia force F equal to mass of slider into acceleration of slider, then the inertia force m omega square r into cos theta plus m omega square r cos 2 theta by n. Inertia force F equal to m omega square r cos theta plus m omega square r divided by n. The magnitude of second, this term, the magnitude of the first term is m omega square r, cos theta it vary, then magnitude it is m omega square r. In second term, the magnitude m omega square r cos 2 theta by n. Now this is part 1 and this is part 2, means inertia force having two parts, part 1 and part 2. The value of part 2 it is 1 upon n times of part 1. Okay, so this part it is primary force, and this is secondary. The magnitude of this primary force is m omega square r, and magnitude of this secondary force m omega square r by n. Generally value of n in automobiles it is approximately 3 to 4. So primary force is more than secondary force. So we have to balance, this is primary force. Then the topic of this is balancing of reciprocating mass. Okay. Now how to balance it? This m omega square r cos theta, it always act in the line of or in the direction of reciprocating motion of slider. Now transfer this m at P are the force which act at the center or at main bearing. The direction is the force F equal to m omega square r cos theta. Now we attach in opposite direction of this crank of mass B. This is mass of balancing mass at radius B. The centrifugal force B into omega square R means B. This is the centrifugal force. First we draw a diagram. This is crank. This is crank. Mass B at B. This is theta. This is also equal to theta. Now unbalanced primary force, this is equal to m omega square r cos theta. Now this is equal to B omega square into B. This force having two components. One is in this direction, which is equal to B omega square into B cos theta, and vertical component B omega square B sin theta. Now the resultant force on bearing in x direction, Fx equal to m omega square r cos theta minus B omega square B cos theta, or Fx equal to omega square into mr minus bb cos theta, and Fy in downward direction B into omega square B sin theta. So this is Fx and this is Fy. The resultant force R equal to Fx square plus Fy square, then R equal to omega square into mr minus bb cos theta whole square plus this is the resultant. Now Fx equal to 0 if mr equal to bb. But Fy never be 0. So it is called partial balancing. If Fx means the horizontal component, it is balanced, but the vertical component cannot be balanced. So this is partial. The topic, not fully balancing, but this is partial balancing of reciprocating mass. Okay.